By 2030, analysts predict over 400 million smart glasses will ship annually, potentially outselling smartphones for the very first time in history. The pocket computer era is ending. For nearly 2 decades, the smartphone has dominated our lives. 6 billion devices, 8 hours of daily screen time, and an entire economy built on glass rectangles. Apple released the original iPhone in 2007. Within 10 years, smartphones replaced cameras, music players, maps, watches, and even our personal computers entirely. But growth has stalled. Global smartphone shipments peaked years ago and declined steadily since. People keep phones longer because each new model feels increasingly incremental, not revolutionary anymore. Meanwhile, something extraordinary happened in artificial intelligence. Large language models learn to see, hear, and reason in real time, opening entirely new categories of consumer devices. Suddenly engineers asked a dangerous question. If AI can understand the world directly through cameras and microphones, why do we need a screen in our hands at all? The smartphone was built for a touch and tap world. But AI thrives on voice, vision, and ambient context. The old interface feels mismatched with the new computing paradigm. Tech giants noticed quickly. Apple, Google, Meta, Samsung, and dozens of startups now race to define what comes after the smartphone. Billions of dollars flow into this question. Smart glasses became the obvious candidate. Lightweight frames with cameras, microphones, speakers, and tiny displays could deliver AI directly to your eyes without holding any device at all. Meta partnered with Ray-Ban to launch stylish AI glasses. They sold over 2 million pairs in 18 months, surprising even the most optimistic industry forecasters and analysts everywhere. Other contenders emerged too. Wearable AI pins, voice-first pendants, neural wristbands, and even tiny earbuds with always-on assistance began appearing in stores and on stages worldwide. Consider what these new devices can already do. Look at a restaurant menu in a foreign language, and translation appears instantly through your glasses lens as overlay text. Walk past a building you find interesting. Ask aloud what it is. The AI identifies the architecture, the famous architect, and tells you exactly when it was built. Cook dinner without touching a screen. The glasses watch your hands, read the recipe aloud, warn you when something burns, and adjust ingredient amounts to match the desired servings. Meet someone whose name you forgot. Quick facial recognition pulls up your last conversation, their birthday, and what they ordered the last time you grabbed coffee together socially. Send a text without typing a word. Just whisper to the assistant, and your message arrives perfectly formatted, with emoji, context awareness, and the right tone for the recipient. Watch a sports game with stats overlaid live above the field. Player names, scores, and predictions float in your view, updated every second by streaming AI in real time. Read a book while live notes annotate the text. Difficult words define themselves. Historical figures appear with portraits. Maps unfold beside descriptions of distant cities and ancient battlefields. Drive without ever glancing at a phone. Directions appear projected onto the windshield. Calls trigger by voice. Hazards highlight themselves before your eyes can even register them. Doctors already use AR glasses in surgery. Anatomy overlays guide precise incisions. Patient vitals hover at the edge of vision. Real-time second opinions arrive from anywhere globally now. Factories use them too. Workers see assembly instructions floating above components. Quality control AI flags defects instantly. Productivity gains hit 30% in some early pilot programs. The hardware is shrinking fast. Modern AI chips run trillions of operations per second on milliwatts of power. What once needed a server room now fits inside an eyeglass arm. Battery technology improved enormously. Lightweight cells now power all-day wear with displays, cameras, and wireless connectivity, while weighing less than a pair of traditional eyeglass frames altogether. Displays evolved beyond recognition. Waveguide optics paint pixels directly into your retina, creating bright holograms that are transparent enough so other people cannot see what you are viewing. Voice recognition reached near-perfect accuracy. Whisper quiet commands now work in noisy cafes. The AI separates your voice from background chatter as reliably as a trained human ear. Privacy fears initially slowed adoption. But new on-device chips process all video locally, never sending images to the cloud, finally satisfying both regulators and the most cautious early customers. Meanwhile, the smartphone keeps shrinking in importance. Younger users open fewer apps each year. Voice assistants now handle queries that once required 10 taps and 3 different screens. Apple is reportedly developing slim AR glasses that connect wirelessly to a Mac or iPhone, projecting full computing experiences directly into space without any traditional screen at all. Google revived its Glass project with major upgrades, now powered by Gemini AI. Translation, navigation, and conversation memory work seamlessly. Early reviews call them genuinely useful again finally. Meta announced Orion, a true holographic glasses prototype. Full-color displays, hand tracking, eye tracking, and AI that holds context for hours, all in a normal-looking frame. Startups raised over $6 billion last year for AI device hardware alone. From neural rings to AI necklaces, the form factor wars have officially begun in earnest. Chinese manufacturers ship aggressive new designs every month. Zreal, Rokid, and Vitour all compete on price and features, putting capable AR glasses under $300 worldwide now. Here is what changed everything. In 2025, smart glasses crossed a critical threshold. They became thin enough, cheap enough, and useful enough that mainstream consumers finally truly noticed. And then it happened. Annual smart glasses shipments surged past 20 million units, growing 400% year-over-year while smartphone sales remained completely and stubbornly flat. The big moment was multimodal AI. Models that see, hear, and reason simultaneously made every wearable instantly smarter. One single software upgrade transformed dumb hardware into intelligent companions. Suddenly, glasses became the killer device. They never need unlocking. They show information exactly when needed. They disappear when you do not. They simply enhance your reality directly. Wall Street caught on fast. Apple, Meta, and Google together spent over $50 billion on next-generation wearable infrastructure in a single year, betting heavily on the coming transition. Then the unexpected pivot arrived. Major phone manufacturers began designing future phones as accessories for glasses, flipping a 20-year hardware hierarchy completely on its head almost overnight. Analyst forecasts shifted dramatically. By 2030, smart glasses are projected to outsell smartphones globally. The transition could happen faster than the historic move from desktops to mobile did. Children growing up today may never own a smartphone the way we did. Their very first personal computer will hover invisibly in their field of vision instead of pockets. The smartphone era, that brief 20-year experiment in handheld glass slabs, looks more and more like a transitional technology. A bridge between the desktop age and ambient AI computing. Why is this happening now? Because the friction of pulling out a phone, unlocking it, and finding the right app finally exceeds the simple friction of just saying it aloud. AI removed the need for screens to do the heavy lifting. When the device truly understands what you mean and what you need, you no longer require pictures of buttons. The screen was always a workaround. Humans communicate with voice, gesture, and shared context. Glass rectangles forced us to translate everything into taps because earlier computers could not understand us. Smart glasses keep your hands free. Your eyes stay on the world. Your attention stays present. The technology helps you without demanding that constant ritual of downward staring all day. The economic shift is massive. Trillions in-app ecosystem value built around touchscreens may quietly migrate toward voice first, vision first, and ambient computing in less than a single decade. Some risks remain real. Privacy, attention, and social etiquette must all evolve. But every previous platform shift faced identical worries before becoming simply how humans now interact with technology. History rhymes loudly. Desktops replaced typewriters. Laptops shrank desktops. Phones replaced laptops for most tasks. Now glasses and ambient AI may replace phones for nearly everything except deep work. The Pocket era served us well. But the pattern is clear. Computing keeps moving closer to our senses, becoming smaller, more personal, and more invisible with every successive generation that follows. What comes after smart glasses? Comment your prediction below, and subscribe for more future tech deep dives weekly.